Hi, it's Jan at My Local Business Online, and I had a question earlier today about images and uploading images and photographs to WordPress. One of the issues that popped up was resizing the images so that they fit on your page. Now, why do you want to resize your images when you can actually do it within WordPress itself? Well, what happens is when you take a photo with your phone or your digital camera, or download a picture, often they're really quite large images, and when you upload a large image to WordPress or even your website, what happens is even when you resize it so it shows the right size on the screen, how you want it to display, when somebody views your website with their browser, the browser then loads the full image and then resizes it on the fly, and that can really slow your website down when you do that a lot. So resizing your images before you upload them is the best practice. The only time you want to not resize before you upload is when you're showing a thumbnail or a smaller image and you want people to click on it and display the larger image. For example, if you're using any infographics on your website, that's quite handy to do. So how do you resize your images? Now, most image editors have a resize function, and if you don't have an image editor, I'm going to show you a few here that are available on Windows. I'm using Windows 7, I think. So yeah, these programs are actually pre-installed on there. This first one is Paint. Very basic image editor, but it does have the resize function, which is all that we want at the moment. So resize is here, and when you click on resize, you've got the option to change it by percentage or by pixels. So I'm going to choose pixels. Now, your WordPress blog has the actual page width of a blog is around about 600 or 700 pixels. It depends on your theme and what your own settings are. So when you resize to show a full width on the top of your post, or within your post, then if you'd aim around 600 or 700 pixels, so half a width would be around 350. And another one that you may want to remember is for Facebook on the timeline. A column on the timeline is around about 404 pixels. So you want your picture width around about 400 pixels there or thereabouts. So you just type in horizontal 400, and because the maintain aspect ratio button is ticked, then you don't need to change this. It'll change automatically the height, and then you click OK, and there it goes. It's resized to the size that you want. Another one that you may have if you've got Office is the image editor in Office. Now this is a bit different. So you click on Edit Pictures at the top. Actually, I'm going to click home. This is the original menu that you may have. So you click on Edit Pictures, and here is the resize section. So you can do a predefined width and height, or a custom width or height. Now the thing with the Microsoft Picture Editor is it doesn't keep the aspect ratio. So if I change the width, then the height doesn't change automatically. So it's easy to skew your pictures and make them look bad. So you may be better doing a percentage of the original width. So it doesn't tell us. The original size is 843 by 520. So if I say I want it 50%, that gives me the new size underneath here. So if you don't have Paint and you don't have Office Picture Editor, then you can always download an image editor, and I recommend GIMP. Nice and easy to use. does all sorts of fancy stuff, most of which I don't use at all, so I couldn't tell you about, but I do use it to resize. So here's an image that I used on my last blog post, and to resize this image, you click on image and scale image, and here's the scale image box. So I can then do that at 300, and because this little chain here is locked, when I click here it automatically puts in the height too. So if I scale it, there you go, it's slightly smaller. Now while we're actually editing these images, one thing I want to say is, once you've edited, save them as a keyword phrase, preferably with the exact keyword that you're targeting. If not, do something that's related to it. I'll talk more about that when I show you how to upload. So if I go to save as, you'll see that I've saved it as scheduled tweet automating twitter.jpg. So I'm going to just put a 2 at the end there and press enter, and I get the save as JPEG. The quality is at 91, that's fine. Usually you have it around about 85 for web display. Obviously if you're going to be printing, you want the quality at 100%. And then you just save. You don't need to bother with all the advanced options. Just click save. So there you go, I've saved that again now, and I'll be back in a tick when I've opened my blog and show you how to upload these images. So here we are in my blog, and I'm going to show you how to upload an image. It's really simple. Just click on the little camera, add media icon here, and you'll get a pop-up box. My computer's rather slow, I've got far too much going on it. So this is the standard add media pop-up box. You can change to the browser uploader as well, and you can either now drag and drop files in, or select your files that you want to upload. I'm just going to change that to a day, save me scrolling through all these folders. So there's my scheduled tweets picture that I've just resized, and I'm going to click on it and click open. And now that this is uploaded, if you scroll down, you get all sorts of options here. Now, remember what I said about using keyword phrases and related keyword phrases? You want to put your keyword phrase and related phrases in your title here. A related phrase in your title is fine. And for the alternate text, this is where you tell Google, it's the hidden code behind the picture where you tell Google and the other search engines what the picture is about. So if you use a keyword phrase that you're targeting that accurately describes the picture, it also shows when, for whatever reason, your image doesn't load. Some people might be on a particularly slow connection, or even browsing the web with images turned off. So the alternate text is what shows instead of the image. So try and be fairly descriptive, but for now I'm just going to call it scheduled tweets. You can add a caption if you want a caption. Captions are really useful because a lot of people actually read captions more than the full text, because their eye is automatically drawn to a picture, so it's a fab place to put your calls to action as well. Your description again is hidden behind the image. The search spiders can read it, so you can put in a description in there as well. Your link URL is if this is a full-size image, a small image, and you want to link to the full-size image, you can just click the file URL and it'll click back to the original image. If not, just leave it blank. The alignment, self-explanatory. Where on the page do you want to align it with the text? You can have none, left, centre and right. And this is where you can choose your sizes. Now, because this is not quite a small picture, I can choose a thumbnail or full size only. So obviously if I choose thumbnail and then put the URL up there, then when you click the thumbnail, it'll open the picture again. So we'll leave it at full size. If you've got a particularly big picture, you can also choose medium and large settings. But like I said, if you resize the image before you upload it, it's actually easier on the browser that's viewing it, because it doesn't have to load the full image and then resize it on the fly, which makes loading your website quicker, which is good for you. And then just click Insert into Post. Of course, I could use it as a featured image as well. So there's my image inserted into the post, and it's really that simple. So I'll speak to you soon.